Lance Stevenson at a restaurant out here, like, yeah, people take pictures and it's like, oh crap, it's Lance Stevenson, blah blah. When you're in China, you're in those Asian countries, they are just
mobbing you.
It's more like
trying to touch and do the selfies.
It's more
all
Bieber,
that
it's
stuff.
more Bieber status.
Yeah. It's like you are literally.
Well, it's almost like
pop
every
star.
player is like a superstar.
Yeah.
What can we say is the general summary of the CBA? It seems like they get a lot of ex-NBA players.
Yes.
That's what they're most famous for, right? Out of all the Asian leagues, they love getting guys either where their NBA career is over or their NBA career is still actually in the middle of their career. Like Lance
And
still could go back to the NBA.
And Jeremy.
Yeah.
So,
Like former NBA superstars, right? Or stars. Do you know anything about the style of play in the CBA?
the style of play is, I mean, they're right now, for me personally, I think they're the best Asian country with bringing like quality players that play in that system. So the Chinese players there, they are getting, their handles are getting better. They can all shoot. They know, they're not just these guys just mimicking NBA players. They're starting to do it. Like their number one Chinese player is sponsored by Jordan. He's like the first Asian player to be sponsored by Jordan Company. Mm-hmm. You got to be damn good to be sponsored by Jordan or get looked at in some way like that. But what makes the CBA so interesting is, especially for high-end players to come or former ex-NBA players, is it's a shorter season and you're getting a crap ton of money, more than any other Asian country you're going to get, and you're getting treated like a pop star. And like the fans it's always a packed gym, and all these games, like everyone has their own gym. It has an NBA feel to it.
You would say it's the closest thing to an NBA vibe in Asia.
Right now, yes.
Okay.
Right now, yes. I would say that so, and that's why it attracts all these former NBA guys, especially the bigger names. Because I mean, what other big names are you hearing going to Thailand, Mongolia, Taiwan?
Yeah, my bad. I didn't even know Thailand had the league until I talked to you. So,
yeah, I mean, yeah, I could get into a little bit, but I mean, it's actually for, I guess you could say, I'm gonna be honest, I consider myself like a lower tier import. I'm not like a class A import that's gonna make like millions like Lance Stevenson or like Jeremy Lin or something like that. Like that's a destination like I would plan, because it's probably a great place to live for 4 to 5 months. It's hot and like it's great weather, and the salary there is not going to be bad, and the food's good and it's cheap. Like that's good for us, because a lot of times people don't realize imports, like in those countries, you think everything's catered to us. No, we get like a monthly food salary, or maybe like, oh, you get 3 meals a week and stuff.
I can
like,
imagine Thailand would be lit on almost any salary.
It's just an experience. Like if I got offered, even if it's like a low salary, I'm like, okay, 3 months, I'll take a hit because I get to live in Thailand, take cool photos, eat great food, and just be treated like a superstar, for 3 months. Like,
what do you think, back to the CBA, what do you think are any of the downsides of playing in the CBA? First of all, I would imagine it's just really hard to get into as a foreign player.
Oh yeah.
Like they want you to drop, like, I believe I've heard they want you to drop 30 a game minimum. And if you don't drop 30 on like decent efficiency numbers, it's like you're out.
Yeah. So the CBA in China itself and the other higher countries are similar. Like if you're an importer, even like a higher end, like local player, if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, supposedly, like they have high hopes. So if like Lance, if Lance Stevenson, like they know him as Lance Stevenson, if he's not doing all like those celebrations and not scoring 30 easily,
if he's not doing the Lance thing,
if he's not bringing NBA Lance,
yeah, if he's not bringing NBA Lance, they're gonna hate him. Like the thing I realized, like especially like they'll turn on you. Like Asian fans, they'll turn on you pretty fast. Like,
is
you're
it
not doing
because they're like, you're not playing hard.
no, it's like give me what I expect and I will love you. But if you
like Asian parents,
literally
Asian
Asian parents.
I love you. But you have to deliver the expectations.
I never thought of it that way, but literally it feels that way.
It's very conditional.
Yes. Yeah.
If you perform, make me happy. I love you. If not,
goodbye.
Yeah.
See you later.
I know very few, and I don't know of any Chinese Americans that played CBA.
Mm-hmm. No, not too many. It's
because do they have stricter rules about the heritage players? Like
they do. So China and Korea are pretty, like, probably the most famous for it. I mean, Japan is too, but it's a little bit more lenient there. But for China and Korea, like, man, if you're Chinese, they want you to be Chinese. Like if you're
born there, raised there,
yeah, they want you there. Like to be a Chinese American, now like Chinese American players are actually going to other leagues because they're more available. So I know it's jumping to other leagues that we'll talk about, but like Taiwan, like you can have one parent Chinese and play in Taiwan. So you can be a Chinese.
Does it even have to be from Taiwan? Could it be? It could be from
as long
China.
as you have a Chinese. Because like I tried to get into the Taiwan league because like, you know, obviously me, like I'm trying to like search my way to like find my loophole, but you know, I don't get a loophole.
Hey, were you looking back in your ancestry, like talking to your parents, like,
did
hey,
you do 23andMe and been like, yo, I got 2% over here? Like,
Dude, I was damn near about to do that. Like I was finding every route because like my dad was born in Japan, but he's Korean because of like the army and stuff like that. I was literally like, Dad, I was like talking to these agents and everything like, hey, my dad was born in Japan. Is there any chance like I can like play in Japan because my dad was someone who was born there? And they literally just left like, no, like you're not Japanese. I'm like, was there a loophole for me or something? They're like, no, and it wasn't even worth like a loophole.
but your dad was never a Japanese citizen.
no, he was,
Okay,
so he's born there.
But if he was, maybe it would have even been more of a thing.
No, not for Japan. So like I said, those high leagues like Japan, Korea, China, like the higher hubbed countries, I guess you could say in Asia, are a little bit more strict with like their rules.
so let's